heal the racial tension in America. Pastor Olden Thornton of Raleigh International Church recently kicked off a prayer event called Healing for Our Nation, 30 Days of United Prayer.
That's right. He says that prayer is the only weapon that can defeat the darkness and chaos. And Pastor Thornton joins us now via Skype. Welcome to Prayer Link, Pastor Thornton.
Amen. Good to be here.
What motivated you to hold this 30 days of united prayer?
Well, June 1st, early morning during my devotional time, the Lord had just dropped on my heart to start a prayer movement. And it's interesting that we have protesters in the natural in every state marching to get their voices heard, from government to mayor to whomever, and their voices will be made heard, I believe, in this. But the same thing needed to happen in the spirit realm. Just as they're going to their government to be heard, we're going as the church to our government, God, to say we want our voices to be heard. So we're protesting in the spirit realm. So we're marching every day at 7 p.m. and we're coming boldly to the throne of grace. And we're saying, God, look at all the people that have come together to make our voices heard so that your government can prevail over what's happening in the earth realm. So we go in privately, but I tell people 10 minutes, just pray 10 minutes for these bullet points, because it's not necessarily always the length of prayer, but it's the prayer of faith that gets God's attention. And even in Revelations 12, it talks about the angel taking those prayers up before the Lord. And I believe God will hear the masses coming to him. And right now, there are thousands of people, and I'm seeing it on Facebook now, thousands of people have joined in on this, and at 7 o'clock every day, they're praying.
The defunding of police, but one of the prayer points you include is praying for law enforcement. Talk about that, please.
Well, we still need to pray for them regardless. Paul was a man who, basically tried to kill every Christian that came along his path. But Paul got saved. Somebody prayed for Paul, and he had a Damascus encounter. And I believe we can pray for our law officers in the same manner, and they can have the scales removed from their eyes. Right now, they're blinded by the God of this world. It's a lot of bitterness and hatred out there, but Jesus died for them too. I mean, we can't just throw them out. So I believe we still need to pray for those who hate us, those who abuse us. I mean, that's the Bible.
We talk about how this is really a spiritual battle that we're seeing played out in our country right now, and it's only going to take spiritual weapons to defeat them.
Well, Ephesians talks about that. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. I think you quoted that. But we're not fighting against flesh and blood, but against principalities, wickedness in high places. But let me just say this too. I feel like Psalms 46 verse 8 says, "Come and behold the works of the Lord, for he hath brought desolation on the earth." So a lot of what's happening is God working. And it's interesting that we have a pandemic and we have a racial war, and then we got hurricane seasons all coming at us. And God is doing this because of Matthew 24. He says in the last days, he says even in his word that lawlessness will abound. Well, guess what's happening right now? Lawlessness is abounding. And then it says that the heart of many will grow cold, will wax cold. So you're seeing hatefulness like you've never seen it. God created good and evil for his purposes. So we've got to see the big picture in all of this and what God's doing. Then he says in the same chapter that great tribulation such as not been since the beginning of the world. So we're seeing a pandemic that has never, ever happened before, ever. So I say all that to say, he's getting ready to crack the sky. So our God, and that's why he said, and he said in the same chapter, but they that endure to the end. Now, he's not talking to sinners, he's talking to Christians. And a lot of Christians are losing their faith because of hatred, because of the spirits that are out there. But this is the time we better really endure to the end, because God is wrapping up. I'm telling you, the credits are getting ready to show.